Hey guys, welcome back to another video. It's your man Jay Will. So I have a question for you guys. I've made a lot of videos on the Galaxy Note 7 and that phone, even though it's not here anymore, at least in my possession, several people still have it. So the question of this video is very simple, like the title says. What phone did you buy to replace your Note 7? Now, I've been looking online a lot, and I have probably three of the latest phones. I have the Pixel, the iPhone 7 Plus, and the V20. Now, there are other phones out there, but these three right here seem to be the hottest at this very moment. So, I've been looking around online, and when I watch YouTube videos, a lot of the videos are talking about people returning phones because they don't live up to the hype, or they don't live up to the standards. I shouldn't say hype. They don't live up to the standards of the Note 7. Has that been your situation? Have you been trying to find a replacement for your Note 7 outside of Samsung phones? Because what's happening is I see a lot of people, and I'm telling you, I really regret getting rid of my Note 7. But, I just wanted to be safe. So I've been seeing a lot of people buying the V20. And they've been saying, I just can't do it. There's people have been having a lot of complaints about the V20. Now, it's not a bad phone at all. It just has a few things about it that, some people just probably don't like. And here's the thing: if you're a person who has been with Samsung from the beginning, I have, but I have multiple operating systems, so I've been with several from the beginning. But Samsung Note line. That's a great line, and I think a lot of people really like the Samsung Galaxy Note line. Now, there have been a slew of videos posted online about the V20 and how people are returning it because of whatever reason. They just want to get rid of it. So I say again to you, what has been your thoughts on the V20? What did you purchase to replace your Note 7? Was it a V20? Is the V20 living up to your standards? The V20 for me, my full review isn't ready yet, but I will say that the V20, it is a fantastic device. But I think a lot of people are trying to replace the Note 7 with it, and they're finding, this isn't working. A lot of people, at least that's what the videos online are saying. I didn't buy the V20 to replace the Note 7. I didn't buy any phone really to replace the Note 7. Because I have so many, I just decided, okay, I'm just going to buy this one just because I want it. But what I will say is that people who have the V20, they're posting several videos online about things that they just don't like about it, or how it's failing to meet their expectations, trying to replace the Note 7. Did you buy a Samsung Galaxy S7 Edge or a Galaxy S7 or a Note 5 to replace your Galaxy Note 7? A lot of people probably didn't at first, and then they're purchasing other phones thinking that it can replace that device. Here's what I would say to a person who's trying to replace the Note 7 with something other than a Samsung product. You're not setting yourself up for failure. You're probably setting yourself up for more of a disappointment. And that's not to imply that Samsung is the best OEM in the world and they make the best products. That's not what it's about. It's about, once you're used to something, it's like switching from an iPhone to a BlackBerry, or a BlackBerry to an iPhone. There's going to be something about it that you're just not going to be able to get used to if you don't give yourself time. So I've watched videos of people saying that, here's one complaint that I've seen somebody say. Don't need to say that person's name because I don't really know that YouTuber. He's probably a fairly new YouTuber, but he wants to use the front camera. If we look here, this phone has there we go. It's got manual mode, and in manual mode, I can use the audio. I can set the audio where I want to set it. I can turn on hi-fi, and I can use that and get superior audio in the direction that I want. But this person's complaint was they use the front camera, and they can't do it with the front camera. So when you switch it to the front camera, all those settings go away for manual video. You can't do it. It just switches to the front camera, and when you switch it back, you go back and forth. You just can't do it. So that was one complaint that I thought was kind of legitimate, the person says that they got this phone for that reason, and hey, so be it. But the audio on this phone is great regardless. Now, that person does like photos and stuff like that, so maybe that's what his complaint was, and it's legit for that person. A lot of people are saying that this phone had lag. Now, I haven't experienced much lag at all, but it's just not as buttery smooth as some other phones that I have in the catalog. And that's probably what it is with me for that. I haven't seen much lag at all. My only complaint with this phone has been the front camera. The front camera is just not good. It has this beauty mode, and people were saying, "Oh, Jay, turn off the beauty mode." Don't you think I've tried that already? I've tried to adjust this beauty mode all the way off, and the pictures still don't come out very well on the front camera. Now, where the phone does shine is video recording, because I actually recorded my full review with this phone of the Pixel XL. The Pixel XL is fantastic. I don't have many complaints about this other than the price, and I'm over that now because I already paid for it, so it's paid for. So what can I do? I know you're probably gonna say, "Oh, Jay, you can return it," but no, that's not what I'm about. I don't buy phones, review them, and then return them. No. I actually bought this because I really wanted it. But the V20 has been catching a lot of heat from a lot of people. Some people have been saying, the camera's trash. I have the phone, and the camera's definitely not trash. Go check out the full review of this phone, and it was shot with this phone. I didn't edit the audio. I didn't do anything. I just chopped the front off in the end, for me stopping everything, and that's it. And I did a direct upload. I might have added a few pop-ups or something. I don't remember. But the fact is, this camera is actually really good. It's really good. So, for videos, and the rear camera shoots good still shots. But just that front camera, man, I don't know what it is, man. I've tried to turn it all the way down on the beauty mode. It just still comes out very bad compared to some other phones. But the Note 7, is there really a replacement for the Note 7? Is there one that you can actually go into a store, get it done, and you'll be happy with it? Personally, I don't think so. I think if it's not another Note, you're not going to ever be happy. And even if it's another Note, if it's not the Note 7, you'll still kind of have that withdrawal, because of some of the things. 'Cause if you go back to a Note 5, no waterproofing. The build quality is different. You get that beautiful flat screen, but it's just not the same, So if they were to recall the Pixel, and then I start trying to buy other phones, I would probably be a little upset, Or if the iPhone 7 gets recalled, that camera, the iPhone 7's camera is phenomenal. So, trying to replace the Note 7, I don't know that it can actually be done outside of a Samsung phone. If you have a Note 7, go to a Galaxy S7 Edge, I would say. I've made a lot of videos on the Note 7. I'm telling you I have. And I would just tell a person, don't even go outside of the window of Samsung. Don't do it. You're just kind of setting yourself up for a huge disappointment, because especially if you still have your Note 7. There are a lot of people that still have their Note 7, and they're just trying to kind of testing out phones to see where they want to go. And I don't recommend that you go outside the Samsung window. I say just go ahead and get an S7 or an S7 Edge or a Note 5 or a Note 4. Stay in that realm right there, and then you won't be as disappointed when you start to look for features and stuff that's within TouchWiz. Because, believe it or not, a lot of people like TouchWiz. A lot of people like TouchWiz. I like TouchWiz. When I have a Samsung device, I don't put a skin or anything over it. I just use it as is, and that's that. But a lot of people like TouchWiz. I don't think that's a bad thing. I think it's a great thing. Because when you're buying something, you're getting it because you like it and you want to use it, and you're going to find out what you like about it. So I say this, a lot of people have questioned me, they'll name a phone, like if I'm reviewing a phone, they say, well, is it better than the Note 7? You always bring up the Note 7. I bring up the Note 7 because it was a fantastic phone. Listen, let's be clear on something. The iPhone 7 cannot replace the Note 7. And for some people, it might be able to. But when I say it cannot replace it, the Pixel can't replace the Note 7. The V20 cannot replace the Note 7. For me, maybe not for you, but for me, it can't do it. There's just something about the Note 7 or just the Note line that stands out. The best I could do probably is get an S7 Edge. That's the best that I'm willing to do if I'm going to use another Samsung product full time. Because the Note 7 Edge is about as close to a Galaxy Note 7 that you could possibly get. Now, some people are saying that the S8 is around the corner. I don't know about that. Those are all rumors. But yeah, if you're trying to decide which phone you want to get, if you don't want another Samsung, now there are some polls out there where people said 40% of people said, I'm not going back to a Samsung product. I'm disgusted with them, or I'm just mad at the situation. That's kind of weird, but everybody has their own reasoning. So I would tell a person, if you're just going to switch from a Samsung product and you've been an Android user for a long time, don't switch to another OS. Switch to another Android phone. And also I would tell you, don't go out and buy a really expensive phone that's Android. Try to find something a little bit more affordable. Gradually move yourself away from the Note 7. That's what I would tell you to do. Gradually move yourself away from the Note 7. Don't be too quick to go out and spend the money on a V20 or a Pixel after you've had a Note 7 or something like that for a while and it's time to give it up. Take it slow. There are a lot of good phones out there that can perform very well that don't cost a lot. That's all I'm going to say. I've done plenty of videos on phones that are affordable. But Note 7 owners, there is some kind of withdrawal. I still talk to some people. Shout out to Susan in the Tech Talk group. She still has her Note 7. And there are people out there who they don't want to part with it. I understand what they're saying because the Note 7 was awesome. It really was. So I want to hear from you in the comments. I want to know what phone you bought to replace the Note 7. Now, you can reply back to me and say, Jay, what phone did you get? But remember, I have all these phones, so there's never really going to be a replacement or a best phone for me, because when you review phones, it's easy to not become attached. You can toss a phone in a heartbeat and buy something else. As a reviewer, people who review phones kind of know what I'm talking about. After you get so many, there's never ever going to be a phone that's going to please you all the way down the line. All these phones that I have, none of them officially close me off from wanting to buy another phone. I don't think that's ever going to happen. There are some phones that come close, but I don't think it can officially happen. So before you leave a comment saying, Jay, what phone did you buy to replace the Note 7? Well, I bought the Pixel, the V20, the iPhone 7. I got the Moto G. I have enough phones to keep me going until Samsung brings out the Note 8, which let me tell you, I don't even have to say it. I definitely will be purchasing the Samsung Galaxy Note 8 if it exists or when it exists. Whatever the next Note is, it's official. So all these phones right here can definitely hold me over, and I'm very happy with them too. But did you buy the V20 to replace your Note 7? Did you buy the Pixel? Did you buy the iPhone 7 Plus or the iPhone 7? Did you just go way out of it and just say, you know what, I'm not even getting a phone, I went back to a flip phone? Did you buy the OnePlus 3, the Axon 7? What did you buy to replace your Galaxy Note 7? I want to know. It's your man Jay Will. I'll see you in the next video. Got the review of this phone coming. It's not ready yet though. I'm still kind of thinking it through, and because I don't have a scripted review or anything. I just kind of turn the camera on and start telling you how I feel and how it's been for me and my experiences have been with the device. So yeah, check out the full review of this phone. It is up, the Google Pixel XL. I have my review up. I can't tell you how happy I am that I decided to look past the price and just grab it. So I'll see you guys in the next video, man. Leave a comment. Let me know what phone you bought to replace your Galaxy Note 7. Take care. Here go my peace sign. These two right here.